So today we are doing a foundation review. I love doing foundation reviews. They tend to be some of my best viewed videos on my channel. So I got this new one in from Anastasia. It's about to launch if it's not already launched. I'll link it below for you guys. And I'm gonna put it on. You're gonna get my first impression. We're also gonna do a wear test in this video. So you're gonna see how this wears throughout the day / night. I also included the Anastasia Impeccable setting spray. So you will have a review for both the foundation and the setting spray. If you wanna see what I think of this foundation, then keep on watching. Let's go. Okay, so they sent over this beautiful box with 5 different shades. They are a little light, but we're gonna make it work. I think these 2 are gonna be my best bet. I want to read to you the description of the foundation before I put it on. It's supposed to be a velvet matte foundation with precision blur technology, offers full coverage, controls oil, and hydrates for a smooth, flawless finish. Can she do it all? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Please know that this is a completely honest review. Just because they sent this over doesn't mean I'm going to say that I love it. I would never not be honest with you guys. Most of you know this at this point. Okay, so I have 1N and 1.5N, assuming the N means neutral. I'm like pretty much my natural shade right now. Let's put a little bit of each on the back of my hand and go from there. So that was 1.5. So this is 1N and this is 1.5N. They're really close, obviously. I'm gonna go with 1.5 just because I feel like that's gonna be a better match. I'm just gonna go straight on the face right now, and then we're gonna kind of go from there and see if we need to add something. So let's just do 1 pump of this on the back of my hand. All right, so we're just gonna do the right side of my face with 1.5, and I'm just gonna dot it on. Off the bat, it definitely feels pretty thick. I think I'm gonna use my sponge for this. This is the one size sponge. Here we go, moment of truth. This looks a little yellow now that I'm like placing it on my skin, but let's just blend it in and see what happens here. I feel like that just completely evened me out, blurred. I don't feel like it's drying either, but it does feel like I'm not gonna need to set this. Whoa, wait a minute. Do you see the difference? Wow, wait, I was not expecting this. Okay, so what I was considering doing was putting on one of my Saie Glowy Super Gels, either the Star Glow or Sun Glow, because I put these on every single day. They're usually my base, but I really wanted to give this like a true, you know, nothing else foundation test, and I'm glad that I did. I don't think I need to add that. Look at the glow. So I do have skin prep on. Like I have my daytime skincare on. I did my brows, but that's it. Let's do the other side. I do feel like that 1.5 was good, which is that one right there. I do feel like that's a pretty good shade match. I'm gonna do 1 more pump. The postpartum hair loss and hair regrowth is so real right now, you guys. I'm finding hair everywhere. The shedding is no joke. Okay, let's do this side. So I feel like a little bit goes a long way. I think the way I'm applying it is the best way to apply it because you don't want it all concentrated in one area. I think it's kind of tricky to blend because it feels like a thicker formula. So I wouldn't just go straight onto a brush. I don't know. I feel like the way I did it is the best way based on the result I'm getting. Kind of dotting it on and then using a sponge. But let's see here if we feel about the same about this side. And I feel like that shade match is actually really good. Wow. I am very impressed. I'm very, very impressed, you guys. I feel like it really is doing everything it said it was gonna do. I don't feel like it's hydrating, that's the one thing, but it does not feel drying in any way. It literally just feels like this is my skin. I'm not really sure what to do. Okay, I'm gonna take any excess on the back of my hand and just bring it down my neck, but genuinely, I don't even really feel like I need to because it was a really good shade match. Okay, the only, you know, natural thing to do next is to put makeup on top of this and see how it all plays together, how it stays laid on the skin with my powder, with my blush contour, you know? I'm just gonna pop on a few things quickly and see kind of how it all works together. So next thing I would do is a little bit of contour, just the Rare Beauty Stick in Bright Side, you know, because all this makeup has to blend on top of it. So we just wanna make sure that it plays nicely. This Real Techniques brush I've been loving for blending in my bronzer, any like cream products. I use this for foundation too. It's just nice and dense. It blends so quickly. Really stunned at how this is making my skin look. Like, this doesn't look like I have foundation on. I'm really, really freaking out. I'm like, am I just having a good skin day or is that this foundation? I mean, you saw my skin before. It's not the most even thing, you know? I have plenty of imperfections in my skin. Everything is blending beautifully, like beautifully. Let's do concealer. I feel like I don't need a lot either. Like normally I'm putting a lot of concealer on because I'm not wearing a foundation and I'm getting the coverage from my concealer. But since my skin is looking so nice with this, I'm just gonna hit spots I wanna highlight. I wanna carve out this a little bit more. Blemishes. I'm being very light with this, and like I said, I just don't feel like I need a lot. Do we dare just like hit it with a little bit of the setting spray, or should we wait to the end? Let's wait to the end. Normally I give my concealer a little bit longer, but I'm just gonna go ahead and blend her out. By the way, this is the best concealer brush, the Angie BK Beauty. Do you see how flawlessly this is blending with the foundation? Like, I'm having a little bit of a freak out. Like, to be really honest, I was not expecting to like this foundation as much as I'm liking it. I don't know, I just didn't have high hopes for some reason. I don't know, I just thought it would be, you know, another foundation. It just claimed to do a lot of things. I was like, can you really? One thing I might do is add a little wear test to this video. Keep this on for the rest of the day and report back at the end of the night with how it's looking, just to give you guys the full picture. I'm using the Luminous Silk Cheek Tint in the shade 62 from Armani. A little bit of this goes a long way. Okay, like I said, I don't even feel like I need to set. The only thing that I feel like is a little tacky is the concealer. Like the foundation feels so smooth, but I'm gonna do a teeny bit of my Mario, a very light dusting to hold the under eye in place, and then, you know, just what I usually do, but even less because I don't want to kill that glow that this is giving me. But this is gonna smooth everything even more, blur everything even more. I am, of course, going on top with my Kosas Blushes Life in the shade Dreamland. I wear this every single day. It gives me this glow, but also some nice color to the face. You can kind of put it everywhere. Just a little mascara on top. This is the YSL. I don't know, guys, I have not been a foundation girly in a minute. Like, I really have not been wearing foundation. I feel like for the last year, I'll just do like a skin tint or, you know, something lighter, and then do, like I said, more concealer where I need it. I think this just changed me. My lips are dry. It's so cold here. Tower 28, I believe the shade is called Work of Art. Okay, moment of truth. Persona Cosmetics in Bubble. This is basically the final look. This is like what I would put on if I was doing, you know, a full face, you know, for the most part. I am very, very happy with it. I think my pores look much smaller. Obviously my skin looks much more even. I mean, that's standard for any foundation, I would hope. This tiny mirror is so funny. I need a bigger mirror in front of me, but I don't know. I feel like the only thing I'm seeing is from the concealer. Like, I feel like I'm obsessed with that concealer, but it's not like this velvety matte finish, so it looks slightly different when I'm like really staring. Like, I'm really getting close. I can see the difference. Maybe we need them to come out with a concealer as well. Again, it's so minor, and it has nothing to do with the foundation. Everything played so beautifully together. Like, everything looks so seamless. I'm actually shocked at the shade match also. So if you're similar to me, I feel like 1.5N is our move. Okay, so my nose is peeling just in general from it being so dry out, and I feel like you can't even tell. Like, I just peeled a little bit of skin off and it's fine. So what I want to say is that my skin is naturally pretty dry. I'm like combination, but like in the winter I am very dry skin. So I was concerned about like a velvety matte finish considering that, but it is truly velvety matte. Like I said, I don't think I would consider this hydrating, but it's not dehydrating. Like, it's not making me feel like my skin is tight or feel like it's drying me out by any means. So maybe that means it is hydrating me. I think I'm just really in shock at how nice it's making my skin look. I think that's really what it comes down to. I do think this is going to be suitable for a lot of different skin types. I think if you're oily, you're going to love this, but clearly if you're dry, I think you'll also love it because I'm so dry right now. And like I said, my skin is normally a combination. So I get oily, that's why I set with powder, but I also get dry. So I feel like if you are on one end of the spectrum or the other, you're gonna be happy with this. I don't know what else to say about it. Can you guys let me know if you have questions in the comment section and I can answer them? But truly, I feel like it did everything that this box said to me. It feels flawless. It feels blurring. It feels full coverage. It feels like it's controlling my oil. Again, I don't know if it's hydrating, but it's smoothing. It's velvety matte. The last thing to do is just to add on this setting spray because it is part of the same like collection, the Impeccable collection. So let's put it on. I love the way it sprays. I'm very particular about that. I hate when I put on some kind of facial spray and it just like attacks me. That felt very nice. Let me see if that did anything. I don't feel like it did much. Maybe it made me a little glowier, which I kind of like. Let that dry for a second. Yeah, I do think that added a little glow, which I really, really like. And that should hold things in place even longer. Okay, I'm not gonna put any more makeup on my face. I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm going to do a wear test. So I'm gonna check back in maybe like 3 hours, 6 hours, 9 hours. I don't know, what time is it? It's 1. Hey Siri, set an alarm on my phone for 4 p.m., 7 p.m., and 10 p.m. Okay, so I'm gonna do that for you guys. I will keep you posted. We will check back in a few hours, but overall, we feel very, very good about it. So fingers crossed that this stays as good as it is. Okay, it's 4:30. So there's no natural light, it's dark, but so this is the best I can get. Still pretty good. It's definitely like rubbed off a little bit, but I do have kids rubbing all over my face. Okay, we'll check in a couple hours. Okay, just put the kids to bed. It's like 7:30 right now. I'm gonna wash my face because I'm ready to like end my day, but I feel like it held up really well considering like I just played with my kids and like ate and drank and everything for the last few hours. So I feel really good about it, honestly. I'm excited to just like have a fresh face right now because it's nighttime, but overall, I feel really good about it. Would definitely recommend.